What does this sign mean? 1. Curves ahead. 2. Slippery when wet. 3. Obstacle in the road. The answer is 2. Slippery when wet. The pavement is unusually slick when wet. After passing a car and before returning to your lane, you should 1. Look for the other car in your rearview mirror. 2. Slow down and change lane carefully. 3. Assume the other driver will make space for you. The answer is 1. Look for the other car in your rearview mirror. Check for a clear path ahead. Before you start to pass, check your mirrors and your vehicle's blind spot by glancing over your shoulder to the rear in the direction of the lane change. Turn on your signal, increase your speed and complete your pass as soon as possible. When you can see the vehicle you passed in your rearview mirror, signal and return to your lane. A vehicle carrying this sign. 1. Is transporting a hazardous load. 2. Is moving slower than normal. 3. Is required to stop at all railroad crossings. The answer is 2. Is moving slower than normal. Slow-moving vehicles, such as farm equipment, must display the slow-moving vehicle emblem when using a public highway. The emblem contains a reflective, red border and a fluorescent orange center. Be prepared to slow down or adjust your position when you see this sign. A diamond-shaped traffic sign indicates 1. A regulatory sign. 2. A construction sign. 3. A warning sign. The answer is 3. A warning sign. Warning signs are diamond-shaped and are yellow or orange with black letters or symbols. They warn of dangerous or unusual conditions ahead, such as a curve, turn, dip or side road. Which distance should you keep from an emergency vehicle on its way to an emergency? 1. 100 feet or more. 2. 200 feet or more. 3. 500 feet or more. The answer is 3. 500 feet or more. When you see or hear an emergency vehicle warning, you must immediately drive as close as you safely can to the right side of the road and stop. After the emergency vehicle passes, you must stay at least 500 feet behind the vehicle. This sign is a warning that you are approaching 1. An intersection. 2. A crosswalk. 3. A railroad crossing. The answer is 3. A railroad crossing. A railroad crossing is ahead. You may have to stop. To avoid getting accidentally trapped on a railroad crossing, you should 1. Reduce speed to a crawl. 2. Shift to a lower gear while driving across the tracks. 3. Make sure you can clear the tracks without stopping. The answer is 3. Make sure you can clear the tracks without stopping. One key rule for railroad crossing safety is to never stop your vehicle on the tracks. Drivers should only proceed through a crossing if there is enough space on the other side to clear the tracks fully. The best way to drive through a sharp curve is 1. Slow down when you have entered the curve. 2. Slow down before you enter the curve. 3. Not to change your speed. The answer is 2. Slow down before you enter the curve. Regulatory prohibitive signs are red and white. Which one of these signs is a regulatory prohibitive sign? 1. Do not enter. 2. Railroad advance. 3. Hospital ahead. The answer is 1. Do not enter. Do not enter. This sign warns you not to enter a road or freeway. You will see this sign if you are going the wrong way. Emotions affect your driving. If you feel angry, excited or upset, you should 1. Drive much slower than the posted speed limit. 2. Focus on the reason for your anger or excitement. 3. Do not drive. The answer is 3. Do not drive. If you find yourself just going through the motions of driving, without really being aware of what you are doing or what is happening around you, it is time to stop for a rest or maybe quit for the day. You drive defensively when you 1. Drive much slower than flow of traffic. 2. Stay alert and prepared for dangerous situations. 3. Insist on the right of way when needed. The answer is 2. Stay alert and prepared for dangerous situations. The key to being a safe and responsible driver is to be aware of your surroundings at all times and to be alert for potentially dangerous situations. If a traffic signal is dark because of a power outage, you should 1. Wait for a police officer to direct traffic. 2. Treat it like a yield sign. 3. Treat it like there are stop signs in all directions. The answer is 3. Treat it like there are stop signs in all directions. Traffic signals control the right-of-way and provide for a smooth, orderly flow of traffic. If a signal appears dark, such as during a power failure, you should stop as if there are stop signs in all directions. When a traffic signal is out of order and flashes yellow or red, you must obey that signal. This red and white sign means 1. Slow down if an emergency vehicle is approaching. 2. Always come to a full stop at the intersection. 3. Slow down and be prepared to stop if necessary. The answer is 3. Slow down and be prepared to stop if necessary. Yield, triangle. This sign means you should reduce speed and yield right of way. If needed, stop the same as you would for a stop sign. When entering a freeway. 1. Slow down. 2. Speed up and merge with traffic. 3. Turn on your hazard lights to warn other traffic. The answer is 2. Speed up and merge with traffic. Use the freeway on-ramp to speed up and merge with fast-moving traffic already on the road. What does this sign mean? 1. Sharp right turn ahead. 2. 1 lane road ahead. 3. Keep left ahead. The answer is 1. Sharp right turn ahead. Sharp turn, there is a sharp turn in the road ahead. What should you do when you approach a work zone? 1. Stay very close to the vehicle in front. 2. Proceed carefully and obey speed limits. 3. Keep speed and clear the area quickly. The answer is 2. Proceed carefully and obey speed limits. Drivers can improve gas mileage or save fuel by 1. Avoiding rapid starts and sudden stops. 2. Keeping tires overinflated. 3. Driving faster than posted speed limits. The answer is 1. Avoiding rapid starts and sudden stops. Drivers can improve gas mileage or save fuel by using these techniques. Drive steadily and avoid exceeding posted speed limits. Avoid rapid starts and sudden stops. Avoid unnecessary idling. Combine errands into a single trip, and properly maintain your vehicle. This sign means 1. A T intersection is ahead. Traffic may enter the road from the left. 2. Side road intersection ahead. 3. Y intersection ahead. The answer is 1. A T intersection is ahead. Traffic may enter the road from the left. A rectangular-shaped traffic sign with a white background and black lettering indicates 1. A regulatory sign. 2. A warning sign. 3. A construction sign. The answer is 1. A regulatory sign. Regulatory signs, prohibitive. Traffic signs that prohibit certain actions or movements are red in color and increase safety by controlling the flow of traffic through intersections. A broken yellow line on your side of the road only means 1. Passing is not allowed on both sides. 2. Passing is allowed on both sides. 3. Passing is allowed on your side. The answer is 3. Passing is allowed on your side. A broken yellow line on your side of the lane indicates you are allowed to pass. When passing another vehicle. 1. It is okay to exceed the speed limit. 2. Do not begin your pass before the start of a passing zone. 3. You can pass in an intersection if no cars are waiting to cross. The answer is 2. Do not begin your pass before the start of a passing zone. When passing another vehicle on a 2-lane road, you should pass only to the left of the vehicle. Your pass may not begin before the start of a passing zone and must be completed before you enter a no-passing zone. Do not exceed the speed limit when passing. It is against the law to exceed speed limits at any time. To help avoid skidding on slippery surfaces, you should 1. Shift to a lower gear after starting down a steep hill. 2. Speed up to enter curves and slow down to exit them. 3. Slow down before entering curves and intersections. The answer is 3. Slow down before entering curves and intersections. If your vehicle begins to skid, stay off the brakes. Until the vehicle slows, your brakes will not be effective. Steer in the direction you want the vehicle to go. As soon as the vehicle begins to straighten out, turn the steering wheel back the other way. If you do not do this, your vehicle may swing around in the other direction and you could start a new skid. Continue to correct your steering, left and right, until the vehicle is again moving down the road under your control. When you stop behind another vehicle, You should be far enough away to see 1. Where the rear tires meet the road. 2. The top of the bumper. 3. The brake lights. The answer is 1. Where the rear tires meet the road. When stopping behind another vehicle, make sure you can see where the rear tires of the vehicle in front meet the road. After traffic starts to move, return to a safe following distance. This sign means 1. Pedestrian crossing ahead. 2. Pedestrians must not cross here. 3. Pedestrians walking along the road ahead. The answer is 1. Pedestrian crossing ahead. Pedestrian crossing. Be alert for people crossing your path. These signs may include a flashing yellow beacon that indicates a pedestrian is crossing, has recently crossed, or is about to cross. When an accident report is required, it must be filed 1. Within 72 hours. 2. Within 5 days. 3. Within 2 weeks. The answer is 1. Within 72 hours. File an accident report within 72 hours. File a report with DMV if damage to the vehicle you are driving is over $2,500, damage to property other than a vehicle is over $2,500, damage to any vehicle is greater than $2,500, and any vehicle is towed from the scene due to damage from the crash, there is injury or death resulting from the crash, and you are the owner of a vehicle involved in a reportable crash and the driver fails to report the crash. When turning left at an intersection, you should 1. Have the right of way over oncoming traffic. 2. Yield to oncoming traffic. 3. Turn when the light is green, regardless of oncoming traffic. The answer is 2. Yield to oncoming traffic. At intersections with two-way stop signs across from each other, the driver turning left should yield the right of way to approaching or oncoming traffic going straight. Slowing down just to look at accidents, road construction, or broken down vehicles on the side of the road. 1. Causes traffic congestion. 2. Prevents rear-end accidents. 3. Improves traffic flow by preventing accidents. The answer is 1. Causes traffic congestion. When approaching a railroad crossing, you should 1. Cross the tracks immediately if no train is visible. 2. Stop within 15 feet of the tracks. 3. Look and listen for trains before proceeding. The answer is 3. Look and listen for trains before proceeding. Signs and signals are used to mark railroad crossings. When you see them, look, listen, and slow down because you may have to stop. When turning from one road to another. 1. Swing wide to make the turn. 2. Move into the bicycle lane prior to the turn. 3. Turn into the closest lane in the direction you want to go. The answer is 3. Turn into the closest lane in the direction you want to go. The general rule for turning is to turn from the nearest lane in the direction you are traveling to the nearest lane in the direction you want to go. What type of sign is this? 1. Stop. 2. Slow moving vehicle. 3. One way. The answer is 3. One way. Traffic flows only in the direction of the arrow. Unless otherwise posted, which is the legal speed limit in a school zone. 1. 20 miles per hour. 2. 25 miles per hour. 3. 30 miles per hour. The answer is 1. 20 miles per hour. A school speed zone is an area where a reduced speed of 20 miles per hour applies and is defined by school speed signs. The school speed zone begins at the school speed limit 20 sign and ends at the end school zone sign or at another posted speed sign. School speed zone signs tell you when you must obey the reduced speed limit of 20 miles per hour. The color of a construction zone sign is 1. Yellow. 2. Orange. 3. Blue. The answer is 2. Orange. Work zones can change the flow of traffic. Orange signs, lane markings, drums, cones, barricades, or flaggers will guide you safely through the work area. Slow down and pay attention. A traffic sign with a yellow background and black lettering or symbols indicates 1. A regulatory sign. 2. A warning sign. 3. A construction sign. The answer is 2. A warning sign. A traffic sign with a yellow background and black letters or symbols is a warning sign that indicates a dangerous or unusual condition ahead. Warning signs are usually diamond-shaped and tell drivers to slow down and be prepared to stop if necessary. If you are in the middle of an intersection when you hear the siren of an emergency vehicle, you should 1. Move to the right and stop at the intersection. 2. Continue through the intersection then move to the right and stop. 3. Continue through the intersection then move to the left and stop. The answer is 2. Continue through the intersection then move to the right and stop. When you see or hear an emergency vehicle warning, you must immediately drive as close as you safely can to the right side of the road and stop. Do not stop in an intersection. Do not drive or stop in a way that interferes with these vehicles. Stay stopped until the emergency vehicle has passed or until a police officer tells you to move. The proper following distance behind the vehicle in front of you at speed over 30 miles per hour is 1. 4 seconds. 2. 8 seconds. 3. 3 seconds. The answer is 1. 4 seconds. The Oregon Driver Manual defines a safe following distance as 2 to 4 seconds. However, at speeds over 30 miles per hour, it should be 4 seconds. This allows you to see the road better and to react to things that happen in front of you. A double solid yellow line in the center of the road means 1. Two-way traffic. 2. One-way traffic. 3. No passing in either direction. The answer is 3. No passing in either direction. Double solid yellow line indicates passing is not allowed for both directions of traffic. You may turn left to enter or exit a roadway across double solid yellow lines after waiting for oncoming traffic to clear. When you reach a roundabout you must 1. Yield, wait for a gap and merge into traffic. 2. Stop before entering then merge into traffic. 3. Accelerate to merge into traffic. The answer is 1. Yield, wait for a gap and merge into traffic. Before you enter the roundabout, you must yield to traffic inside as well as exiting the roundabout. Wait for a gap and merge into traffic. Be prepared to stop if necessary. Once you have entered a roundabout, you should 1. Speed up and exit quickly. 2. Keep moving and not stop. 3. Give entering vehicles the right of way. The answer is 2. Keep moving and not stop. Once inside the roundabout, move around the circle until you reach your exit. Allow people riding bicycles that have merged into traffic the full travel lane. Do not pass a person riding a bicycle within the roundabout. The below sign means 1. Beware of heavy vehicles ahead. 2. Steep hill ahead. 3. Warning sign for drawbridge ahead. The answer is 2. Steep hill ahead. Hill. A steep grade is ahead. When driving in a work zone, you should 1. Slow down and obey posted speed limits. 2. Speed up to get through the zone quickly. 3. Ignore flaggers and proceed with caution. The answer is 1. Slow down and obey posted speed limits. This road sign means 1. Be prepared to stop if the light is flashing. 2. There is a traffic signal ahead. 3. Controlled railroad ahead. The answer is 2. There is a traffic signal ahead. A traffic signal is ahead. Slow down and be ready to stop. When stopped on a two-way road at a red light waiting to turn left onto a one-way, you 1. Must wait until the light is green. 2. Can only turn on the red light if a left turn sign is posted. 3. Can turn on the red light after yielding to other traffic. The answer is 3. Can turn on the red light after yielding to other traffic. In Oregon, you are allowed to make the following turns on red after coming to a complete stop unless a sign or police officer states otherwise. When entering a two-way road, you may turn right. When entering a one-way road, you may turn right or left in the direction of the one-way road. Work zones may have temporary speeds posted that apply. 1. When workers are present. 2. At all times. 3. At night. The answer is 2. At all times. Work zones may have temporary speeds posted that apply whether or not workers are present. The work zone speed applies until you see a sign indicating the end of the work zone or another posted speed. Which of these traffic signal lights directs a driver to slow down and cross the intersection carefully? 1. Flashing red. 2. Solid red. 3. Flashing yellow. The answer is 3. Flashing yellow. Flashing yellow. A flashing yellow signal means slow down and proceed with caution. A solid yellow line on your side of the road means 1. No passing. 2. The center of the road. 3. Pass with caution. The answer is 1. No passing. Double center line consisting of a solid yellow line and broken yellow line indicates where passing is allowed. A broken yellow line on your side of the lane indicates you are allowed to pass. A solid yellow line on your side of the lane indicates you are not allowed to pass. When on a 4-lane road with a painted median or turn lane and a school bus is stopped with flashing red lights. 1. Traffic in all lanes must stop. 2. Traffic behind the bus must stop. 3. No traffic needs to stop. The answer is 1. Traffic in all lanes must stop. Flashing amber lights warn traffic that the bus is about to stop on the road to load or unload children. Prepare to stop. When the red lights flash, stop before reaching the bus and remain stopped until the driver turns off the flashing red lights. A painted median strip or turn lane does not create 2 separate roads. In this case, all lanes of traffic must stop. If a large vehicle swings left but has their right turn signal on and you are also turning right. 1. Stay beside the large vehicle on the right. 2. Wait until the large vehicle turns before you turn right. 3. Squeeze between the large vehicle and the curb. The answer is 2. Wait until the large vehicle turns before you turn right. Large vehicles may need to swing wide and use more than one lane to start or finish a turn. Be aware of long loads that may extend into adjacent lanes during a turn. When you see a large vehicle making a turn, do not crowd the intersection. Allow it to complete the turn. This red and white regulatory sign means 1. No left turn can be made here. 2. A left turn can be made only after stopping. 3. All traffic must turn right at the next intersection. The answer is 1. No left turn can be made here. When you see a sign with a red circle and a slash mark, it means do not make the turn shown. When approaching a stopped school bus with its red lights flashing, you must 1. Stop only if children are crossing the street. 2. Slow down and pass with caution. 3. Stop and wait for the bus to turn off its red lights. The answer is 3. Stop and wait for the bus to turn off its red lights. When the red lights flash, stop before reaching the bus and remain stopped until the driver turns off the flashing red lights. If you need to pull off the road and stop on the shoulder because of thick fog, you should 1. Turn on your emergency flashers. 2. Keep your foot on the brake pedal. 3. Stay close to the roadside and flash headlights. The answer is 1. Turn on your emergency flashers. If you drive into fog, dust, smoke, or any area of low visibility, use headlights on low beam. As visibility decreases, slow down. Be prepared to pull over and stop. If you choose to pull off the road, pull as far as you can to the right and turn on your hazard lights. A person on a bicycle is riding in front of you within a travel lane. You are driving 45 miles per hour and your lane is marked with a broken yellow center line. You 1. Can pass to the left if you leave enough distance to prevent contact with the person riding a bicycle if they fall into your lane. 2. Need to roll down your window and get their attention, then tell them to move out of the travel lane so you can pass safely. 3. Cannot pass the person riding a bicycle at any time. The answer is 1. Can pass to the left if you leave enough distance to prevent contact with the person riding a bicycle if they fall into your lane. At speeds greater than 35 miles per hour, you may only pass a person riding a bicycle traveling in your lane when it is safe to do so, and if you leave enough distance to prevent contact with the person riding a bicycle if they were to fall. When driving at night, you should use your high beam headlights when 1. Driving in urban areas. 2. Approaching oncoming traffic. 3. There are no oncoming vehicles and you need better visibility. The answer is 3. There are no oncoming vehicles and you need better visibility. If using your high beams, you must dim your lights when an oncoming vehicle is within 500 feet. Dim your lights when following another vehicle within 350 feet. This exit speed advisory sign means 1. Slow down, maximum advised speed is 25 miles per hour in ideal conditions. 2. Slow down, maximum advised speed is 25 miles per hour in all conditions. 3. Minimum advised speed limit is 25 miles per hour in all conditions. The answer is 1. Slow down. Maximum advised speed is 25 miles per hour in ideal conditions. Advisory speed advises the safe speed for freeway ramps and curves. This sign may be used with other signs. Signs may be electronic and may change based on current conditions. When starting through an intersection and you see an ambulance behind you, you must 1. Drive through the intersection, pull to the right and stop. 2. Stop in the intersection and allow the ambulance to go around. 3. Pull to the right in the intersection and stop. The answer is 1. Drive through the intersection, pull to the right and stop. When you see or hear an emergency vehicle warning, you must immediately drive as close as you safely can to the right side of the road and stop. Do not stop in an intersection. Do not drive or stop in a way that interferes with these vehicles. Stay stopped until the emergency vehicle has passed or until a police officer tells you to move. This sign means 1. Traffic in left lane may turn left or go straight. 2. Traffic in left lane must turn left. 3. Traffic in left lane must go straight. The answer is 2. Traffic in left lane must turn left. These signs are used where turns are required or permitted from lanes as shown. When two vehicles arrive at an uncontrolled intersection at the same time, the vehicle on the has the right of way. 1. Left. 2. Right. 3. Neither. The answer is 2. Right. At intersections with stop signs in all 4 directions, it is common courtesy to allow the driver who stops first to go first. When in doubt, yield to the driver on your right. Never assume another driver will yield the right of way to you. With a Class C driver's license, a person may drive 1. Any 3-axle vehicle regardless of the weight. 2. A vehicle pulling 2 trailers. 3. A vehicle of not more than 26,000 pounds. The answer is 3. A vehicle of not more than 26,000 pounds. A Class C non-commercial driving privilege allows you to drive a vehicle, passenger car, moped, autocycle, van, or pickup, of not more than 26,000 pounds that is exempt from commercial driver license, CDL, or motorcycle endorsement requirements. When passing a stopped streetcar or light rail train, you should 1. Maintain speed while passing. 2. Stop and stay stopped until the streetcar or train moves. 3. Watch for pedestrians and pass with caution. The answer is 3. Watch for pedestrians and pass with caution. Use caution when passing a stopped train or streetcar. Watch for pedestrians. Passengers unloading from the train may cross in front of the train into your lane of traffic. If you are required to stop at a railroad crossing and there is no stop line, you must stop at least _feet from the nearest rail. 1. 15. 2. 12. 3. 20. The answer is 1. 15. When required to stop, do so at the stop line. If there is no stop line, stop at least 15 feet from the nearest rail. The below sign indicates 1. Merging traffic entering from left. 2. Warning left lane ends ahead. 3. Warning one-way road ahead. The answer is 1. Merging traffic entering from left. The merge sign is a regulatory sign. Drivers who encounter a merge sign are warned that 2 separate roadways will converge into 1 lane ahead. The zero tolerance law applies to drivers 1. Who refuse an alcohol test. 2. Under the age of 21. 3. With a blood alcohol content of 0.08 or more. The answer is 2. Under the age of 21. If you are under 21, you will fail the test if you have a blood alcohol content reading of any amount. Oregon has a zero tolerance law. The legal blood alcohol concentration, BAC, limit for drivers over 21 in Oregon is 1. 0.05%, 2. 0.08%, 3. 0.10%. The answer is 2. 0.08%. Oregon's implied consent law means that by driving a motor vehicle you have agreed that you will take a breath, blood, or urine test when asked by a police officer if you are arrested for driving under the influence of intoxicants, DUII. If you are under 21, you will fail the test if you have a blood alcohol content reading of any amount. Oregon has a zero-tolerance law. If you are 21 or over, you will fail the test if your blood alcohol content reading is 0.08% or more. Which is the best advice if you encounter an aggressive driver on the road? 1. Honk your horn. 2. Outmaneuver them. 3. Stay out of their way. The answer is 3. Stay out of their way. If you see an aggressive driver, stay out of the way. Do not challenge them by increasing your speed or trying to outmaneuver them. What does the below sign mean? 1. Divided highway ends. 2. Keep to the right of obstruction. 3. Left lane ends. The answer is 2. Keep to the right of obstruction. Keep right. A traffic island, median or obstruction divides the road ahead. Keep to the right. The minimum age to obtain a provisional driver's license in Oregon is 1. 16. 2. 17. 3. 18. The answer is 1. 16. To qualify for a Class C non-commercial driving privilege, you must be at least 15 years of age to apply for an instruction permit. Be at least 16 years of age to apply for a license. When you parallel park, you need to be no more than inches away from the curb. 1. 12.2. 10.3. 8. The answer is 1. 12. Park in the direction vehicles are moving in the lane. Park parallel to and no more than 12 inches from the curb. If there is no curb, park as close as possible to the edge of the shoulder. If parking areas are marked, your wheels must be within the marked space. What does this road sign mean? 1. Divided highway ahead. 2. Two-way traffic ahead. 3. Intersection ahead. The answer is 2. Two-way traffic ahead. The purpose of the two-way traffic ahead sign is to warn drivers traveling on a one-way street or highway that they are approaching a roadway section where two-way traffic is in operation, and that their ability to pass freely will be restricted by opposing traffic. A police officer is signaling you to continue driving through a red traffic light. What should you do? 1. Stop first. Then do what the officer tells you. 2. Wait for the green light. 3. Do as the officer tells you. The answer is 3. Do as the officer tells you. You must obey all official signs, signals, and markings unless you see a police officer or road worker redirecting traffic. What is the safest way to re-enter traffic from a parked position? 1. Yield to other traffic after you signal and check your blind spots and mirrors. 2. Signal, check your blind spots and pull into other traffic. 3. Check all your mirrors and signal, other traffic will yield to you. The answer is 1. Yield to other traffic after you signal and check your blind spots and mirrors. When leaving a parked or stopped position, check your blind spots and mirrors, and yield to all other traffic. It is illegal to have fog lights on when you are 1. Required to dim your headlights. 2. Using them to see through fog. 3. Using your high beam headlights. The answer is 1. Required to dim your headlights. If using your high beams, you must dim your lights when an oncoming vehicle is within 500 feet. Dim your lights when following another vehicle within 350 feet. Headlight glare in a rearview mirror can blind another driver. When you are required to dim your headlights, other auxiliary lights such as fog lights must be off. What does the below sign indicate? 1. Warning, divided highway ends ahead. 2. Two-way traffic advance warning. 3. Winding road advance notice. The answer is 1. Warning, divided highway ends ahead. The divided road ends sign provides advance warning of the joining of two one-direction roadways separated by a median into a single two-direction roadway. When is it safe to enter an intersection on a solid green light? 1. When you can go around the traffic already in the intersection. 2. When you have enough space to cross the intersection before the light turns red. 3. When you cannot completely cross the intersection. The answer is 2. When you have enough space to cross the intersection before the light turns red. A green signal means all movements, straight ahead, left or right turns, are permitted, unless prohibited by a sign. Left turns must first yield to pedestrians and oncoming traffic. Right turns must first yield to pedestrians. This sign at an intersection means 1. No right turn permitted at this intersection. 2. All traffic must turn left at the next intersection. 3. No right turn on red light. The answer is 1. No right turn permitted at this intersection. When you see a sign with a red circle and a slash mark, it means do not make the turn shown. When stopped by a police vehicle, you should 1. Stay inside your vehicle. 2. Have documents ready when the officer approaches. 3. Exit and place hands on top of your vehicle. The answer is 1. Stay inside your vehicle. A driver has 3 tools to use to avoid a collision. 1. Slow down, check your mirrors, stop. 2. Speed up, honk your horn, change lanes. 3. Stop quickly, turn quickly, speed up. The answer is 3. Stop quickly, turn quickly, speed up. There are 3 things you can do to avoid or minimize the impact of a collision: stopping quickly, turning quickly, and speeding up. Tractor trailers and large vehicles. 1. Need less room to make a turn. 2. Take longer to stop than cars. 3. Have smaller blind spots than most cars. The answer is 2. Take longer to stop than cars. Large vehicles such as recreational vehicles, vehicles towing trailers, trucks and commercial buses take longer to accelerate and require more room to maneuver. These vehicles take about 3 times the distance to stop than smaller vehicles traveling at the same speed. When a traffic signal is showing a steady yellow light, you should 1. Speed up to beat the red light. 2. Proceed with caution. 3. Stop if it is safe to do so. The answer is 3. Stop if it is safe to do so. A steady yellow signal warns you that the signal is about to turn red. Stop before entering the intersection. If you cannot stop safely, drive carefully through it. A traffic sign with a red circle and a diagonal line across a black symbol means 1. No parking. 2. Do not enter. 3. No U-turn. The answer is 3. No U-turn. When you see a sign with a red circle and a slash mark, it means do not make the turn shown. What does this road sign means? 1. Wildlife reserve ahead. 2. Deer crossing ahead. 3. Zoo nearby. The answer is 2. Deer crossing ahead. Deer often cross the road in this area. Be alert. Slow down if you see deer or other wildlife. An oncoming vehicle has high beams on. If the driver fails to dim the lights, you should 1. Look slightly to the right and watch the road edge. 2. Use sunglasses or colored glasses, if possible. 3. Keep your own lights on high beam. The answer is 1. Look slightly to the right and watch the road edge. If using your high beams, you must dim your lights when an oncoming vehicle is within 500 feet. Dim your lights when following another vehicle within 350 feet. Headlight glare in a rearview mirror can blind another driver. Oregon's open container law. 1. Does not apply to anyone over the age of 21. 2. Requires any open bottles or containers to be in the trunk. 3. Allows only passengers to have open containers. The answer is 2. Requires any open bottles or containers to be in the trunk. Oregon's open container law says it is illegal to have an open bottle or other container with alcohol in it while you are in a vehicle on any road. A container is considered to be open if its seal is broken, even if it has been reclosed. Any open bottles or containers should be in the trunk. A flashing yellow arrow means 1. Stop and wait for a green arrow. 2. Turn with caution. 3. Do not turn. The answer is 2. Turn with caution. A flashing yellow signal means slow down and proceed with caution. When you park on a hill headed uphill and there is a curb, you should turn your front wheels 1. Parallel to the curb. 2. Toward the side of the road. 3. Away from the side of the road. The answer is 3. Away from the side of the road. Uphill against a curb, turn your wheels toward the travel lane. When parking downhill with a curb, you should turn your wheels 1. Parallel to the curb. 2. Away from the curb. 3. Toward the curb. The answer is 3. Toward the curb. Downhill against a curb, Turn your wheels toward the curb. It is illegal to park your vehicle. 1. In an unmarked crosswalk. 2. Within 3 feet of a private driveway. 3. A space marked for persons with disabilities unless you have a valid disabled parking permit. The answer is 3. A space marked for persons with disabilities unless you have a valid disabled parking permit. It is illegal to park in a space marked for persons with disabilities unless you have a valid disabled parking permit. When can you drive using only parking lights? 1. 30 minutes after sunset or 30 minutes before sunrise. 2. On foggy days. 3. Not under any circumstances. The answer is 3. Not under any circumstances. It is illegal to drive a vehicle at night or in bad weather with only the parking lights on. A vehicle stopped or parked on a road or shoulder must have parking lights on in limited visibility conditions. What does this road sign means? 1. Passing is allowed on right lane. 2. Right lane ends, merge left. 3. Road narrows ahead. The answer is 2. Right lane ends, merge left. Lane reduction. The indicated lane ends soon. Vehicles in that lane must merge into the through lane. You are driving and receive a text on your cell phone. What do you do? 1. Read and respond to the text. 2. Ignore the text until you stop in a safe parking area. 3. Slow down and read and respond while keeping one eye on the road. The answer is 2. Ignore the text until you stop in a safe parking area. It is illegal for drivers under 18 years of age to use a cell phone or other mobile electronic device while operating a vehicle. Turn it off or put it in the back seat and ignore it. When turning in the direction of a green arrow, you 1. Should insist on the right of way. 2. Must flash headlights to warn oncoming traffic. 3. Must yield to vehicles in the intersection. The answer is 3. Must yield to vehicles in the intersection. When turning in the direction of a green arrow in Oregon, you should proceed with caution. You can enter the intersection to make the movement indicated by the arrow. Yield to other vehicles in the intersection. Yield to pedestrians at all times, even if you are not in a crosswalk. The speed limit in a residential area in Oregon is 1. 20 miles per hour. 2. 25 miles per hour. 3. 30 miles per hour. The answer is 2. 25 miles per hour. A speed limit is the maximum speed considered safe for the area under ideal driving conditions. The following speed limits are set in law for the specified areas, whether posted or not. 25 miles per hour, in residential districts, in public parks, and on ocean shores, if vehicles are permitted. This sign on a center lane means you may use this lane for 1. Turning left or right only. 2. Passing slow-moving vehicles only. 3. Turning left only. The answer is 3. Turning left only. Some center lanes may also have 2 arrows painted on the pavement. They mean the same thing as a center lane only sign. You can only use the lane to make a left turn. In Oregon, a child must be in a rear-facing car seat until they are 1. 1 year old. 2. 2 years old. 3. 3 years old. The answer is 2. 2 years old. Child passengers must be restrained in approved child safety seats until they are 8 years of age or at least 4 feet 9 inches in height. Infants must ride rear-facing until they reach 2 years of age. This sign means 1. The roadway may be slippery when wet. 2. The road is covered with loose gravel. 3. There is a winding road ahead. The answer is 3. There is a winding road ahead. The road contains a series of turns or curves. When driving on a multi-lane road, you should 1. Drive in any lane. 2. Drive in the left lane. 3. Drive in the right lane. The answer is 3. Drive in the right lane. This sign means 1. New lane will be added to the right in the same direction, merging not required. 2. Left lane ends and merges to the right. 3. Passing on the left permitted ahead. The answer is 1. New lane will be added to the right in the same direction, Merging not required. Add lane. 2 roadways join together. You do not need to merge. Child passengers must be secured in approved child safety seats until they are 1. 8 years. 2. 4 years. 3. 6 years. The answer is 1. 8 years. Child passengers must be restrained in approved child safety seats until they are 8 years of age or at least 4 feet 9 inches in height. Infants must ride rear-facing until they reach 2 years of age. Child passengers must be secured in approved child safety seats until they are 1. 8 years. 2. 4 years. 3. 6 years. The answer is 1. 8 years. Child passengers must be restrained in approved child safety seats until they are 8 years of age or at least 4 feet 9 inches in height. Infants must ride rear-facing until they reach 2 years of age. When making a right turn, you should 1. Turn from the left lane. 2. Signal at least 100 feet before the turn. 3. Turn wide to allow room for other vehicles. The answer is 2. Signal at least 100 feet before the turn. If your vehicle is moving in traffic, use your turn signal at least 100 feet before the turn or lane change. You must turn on your headlights. 1. Only when it is completely dark outside. 2. When it is too dark to see from 1,000 feet away. 3. When it is too dark to see from 500 feet away. The answer is 2. When it is too dark to see from 1,000 feet away. Using headlights will help other drivers see you at all times of the day. Headlights must be turned on from sunset to sunrise. Lights also must be on at any time. Conditions make it difficult to see people or vehicles 1,000 feet ahead. When following a truck and there is a single lane construction zone ahead, you should 1. Slow down and stay behind the truck. 2. Pass very slowly and move ahead of the truck. 3. Pass very quickly and move ahead of the truck. The answer is 1. Slow down and stay behind the truck. What does this road sign means? 1. Road work ahead. 2. Detour sign. 3. Railroad crossing sign. The answer is 1. Road work ahead. Road work ahead signs warn drivers so they can adjust their speed, stay alert, and be prepared to take necessary precautions. This is because construction projects can create uneven road surfaces, detours, and blocked lanes, which can cause traffic congestion and delays. If you are being followed too closely or tailgated by another vehicle, you should 1. Speed up to avoid getting hit from behind. 2. Move over to the right or carefully reduce speed. 3. Brake hard to discourage the tailgater. The answer is 2. Move over to the right or carefully reduce speed. If a vehicle behind you is following too closely and there is a right lane, move over to the right. If you can't move over, slowly reduce your speed. This may encourage the vehicle to pass you or to stop tailgating. Never brake hard to discourage tailgating, you could get hit from behind. When passing a bicyclist, you should 1. Give the bicyclist at least 3 feet of clearance. 2. Honk your horn to alert them. 3. Pass as close to the bicyclist as possible. The answer is 1. Give the bicyclist at least 3 feet of clearance. When passing a bicyclist in Oregon, you should slow down, reduce your speed and allow at least 3 feet of space between you and the bicyclist. Do you need to signal when you pull away from the curb? 1. Yes, you need to signal when you pull away from the curb. 2. No, you only need to signal when you approach the curb. 3. Only if there are other vehicles around you. The answer is 1. Yes, you need to signal when you pull away from the curb. You must use your turn signal when pulling next to and away from a curb. This sign means don't pass. 1. Until after you pass the sign. 2. Unless it seems safe to do so. 3. Other vehicles for any reason. The answer is 3. Other vehicles for any reason. This sign means there is an unseen hazard ahead such as hills, curves, intersections, hidden driveways and other areas where a vehicle is entering the roadway. If a do not pass sign is posted, passing another car is illegal. What does the below hand signal indicate? 1. Left turn. 2. Right turn. 3. Stop. The answer is 2. Right turn. Right turn. Stick your left arm out of the window and then bend it upward from the elbow at a 90-degree angle, with your palm facing forward. What does the below hand signal indicate? 1. Left turn. 2. Right turn. 3. Stop. The answer is 3. Stop. Slow down or stop hand signal. To indicate that you are stopping or slowing down, extend your left arm out of the window and angle it downwards, bending at the elbow with your palm facing behind you. What does the below hand signal indicate? 1. Left turn. 2. Right turn. 3. Stop. The answer is 1. Left turn. To signal a left turn, extend your left arm straight out at a 90-degree angle to your body with your palm facing down. At intersections with stop signs in all 4 directions. 1. A driver on the right is always the right of way. 2. All drivers have a duty to stop. 3. Only a driver on the left must stop. The answer is 2. All drivers have a duty to stop. At intersections with stop signs in all 4 directions, it is common courtesy to allow the driver who stops first to go first. When in doubt, yield to the driver on your right. Never assume another driver will yield the right of way to you. If you run off the pavement, you should 1. Hit the brakes as hard as possible. 2. Steer straight and slow down. 3. Quickly swing back onto the pavement. The answer is 2. Steer straight and slow down. If you should drive off the road, you need to know how to safely get back on it. Don't panic or brake hard. Slow down until you can get back on the road safely. Grip the steering wheel firmly and keep your vehicle on a straight course. Turn the front wheels just enough to get you back on the road. Do not turn sharply or you might go across the road into oncoming traffic, which is a frequent cause of collisions between motorcycles and other motor vehicles. 1. Drivers turning in front of a motorcycle. 2. Drivers sharing the lane with a motorcycle. 3. Motorcyclists failing to turn on headlights. The answer is 1. Drivers turning in front of a motorcycle. Before you make a turn in front of an oncoming motorcycle that has its turn signal on, be sure the rider is actually slowing to turn rather than riding with their signal on by mistake. Unmarked crosswalks exist. 1. At any place where pedestrians cross. 2. At every intersection. 3. Between intersections. The answer is 2. At every intersection. There is a crosswalk at every intersection, even if it is not marked by painted lines. To determine where an unmarked crosswalk is, imagine that a sidewalk or shoulder at the corner extends to the other side. An unmarked crosswalk is at least 6 feet wide and exists even if there is no sidewalk or shoulder. You must yield to a pedestrian using a white cane or guide dog. 1. Only if the pedestrian is obeying traffic controls. 2. Only if the pedestrian has entered a marked crosswalk. 3. At all times. The answer is 3. At all times. White canes and guide dogs. You must give the right of way to a pedestrian with limited vision or any pedestrian who is blind or deaf and blind carrying a white cane or using a guide dog. Stop if the person is about to cross or is crossing the road. Remain stopped until the person has crossed the entire road, even if you have a green light. A traffic sign that shows a red circle with a white rectangle inside it means 1. No U-turn. 2. Do not enter. 3. No trucks allowed. The answer is 2. Do not enter. Do not enter, square. This sign warns you not to enter a road or freeway. You will see this sign if you are going the wrong way. 100 feet before turning left or right, you must 1. Stop. 2. Signal. 3. Change lane. The answer is 2. Signal. If your vehicle is moving in traffic, use your turn signal at least 100 feet before the turn or lane change. If you are involved in a traffic collision with damage to property/vehicle is over $2,500, you are required to file a report to 1. CHP. 2. DMV. 3. EDD. The answer is 2. DMV. File a report with DMV if damage to the vehicle you are driving is over $2,500. Damage to property other than a vehicle is over $2,500. Damage to any vehicle is greater than $2,500 and any vehicle is towed from the scene due to damage from the crash. There is injury or death resulting from the crash, etc. In Oregon, you must signal at least _feet before making a turn. 1. 52. 75 3. 100. The answer is 3. 100. If your vehicle is moving in traffic, use your turn signal at least 100 feet before the turn or lane change. When approaching a stop sign, you should 1. Slow down and proceed without stopping if the intersection is clear. 2. Stop only if there is cross traffic. 3. Come to a complete stop. The answer is 3. Come to a complete stop. Stop, octagon. This sign means you must come to a complete stop. Yield to other vehicles and stay stopped for pedestrians crossing in marked or unmarked crosswalks. When it is safe, you may enter the intersection. When driving in heavy rain, you should 1. Use your high beam headlights. 2. Use your low beam headlights. 3. Turn off your headlights. The answer is 2. Use your low beam headlights. Rain impairs your ability to see ahead and increases the braking distance needed to stop your vehicle. Increase your visibility to other motorists by turning on your headlights when your windshield wipers are on. You have been involved in a minor traffic collision with a parked vehicle and you can't find the owner. You must 1. Leave a note on the vehicle. 2. You must file an Oregon traffic accident and insurance report with DMV within 72 hours of the accident. 3. Both of the above. The answer is 3. Both of the above. If you hit an unoccupied vehicle, try to find the owner. If you cannot find the owner, leave a note with your name and address, along with a brief description of what happened. If you damage property other than a motor vehicle, you must also try to find the owner or someone in charge of the property to notify them of the damage. When driving in heavy rain, you should 1. Use your high beam headlights. 2. Use your low beam headlights. 3. Turn off your headlights. The answer is 2. Use your low beam headlights. Rain impairs your ability to see ahead and increases the braking distance needed to stop your vehicle. Increase your visibility to other motorists by turning on your headlights when your windshield wipers are on. You are driving at night on a dimly lit street and using high beams. You should dim your lights when you are within 500 feet of 1. A vehicle approaching you from behind. 2. An oncoming vehicle. 3. A sharp curve or hill. The answer is 2. An oncoming vehicle. If using your high beams, you must dim your lights when an oncoming vehicle is within 500 feet. Dim your lights when following another vehicle within 350 feet. Headlight glare in a rearview mirror can blind another driver. When you are required to dim your headlights, other auxiliary lights such as fog lights must be off. These extra lights make it difficult for oncoming drivers to see. Oregon's basic rule law says 1. You should never drive faster than posted speed limits. 2. You must drive at a speed that is reasonable and cautious for existing conditions. 3. The maximum speed limit in Oregon is 70 miles per hour on certain freeways. The answer is 2. You must drive at a speed that is reasonable and cautious for existing conditions. The basic rule states you must drive at a speed that is reasonable and cautious for existing conditions. The basic rule applies on all roads at all times. The basic rule does not allow you to drive over the speed limit. If you drive at a speed that is unsafe for existing conditions in any area, at any time, even if it is slower than the speed limit, you are violating the basic rule. Drivers are required to obey instructions from 1. Security guards patrolling parking lots. 2. Other drivers whose vehicles are broken down on the roadway. 3. Flaggers, signal persons, at construction sites. The answer is 3. Flaggers, signal persons, at construction sites. Flaggers use signs and hand signals to tell you which direction to travel, to slow down, or stop. Follow their instructions and obey them as you would any other traffic control device. What is the benefit of a space cushion around your vehicle? 1. Other drivers can cut in front of you, improving traffic flow. 2. If another driver makes a mistake, you have time to react. 3. It inflates to protect you from injury in case of an accident. The answer is 2. If another driver makes a mistake, you have time to react. When a driver makes an unexpected or quick movement, other drivers need time to react. The only way you can be sure you have enough time to react is by leaving plenty of space between your vehicle and the vehicles around you. That space becomes a space cushion. You should try to keep a cushion of space ahead, to each side and behind you. When approaching stopped vehicles. 1. Remain in your lane of traffic and do not reduce speed. 2. Change lanes so you do not drive next to the stopped vehicle. 3. Reduce your speed by 10 miles per hour under the posted speed limit. The answer is 2. Change lanes so you do not drive next to the stopped vehicle. If you are on a road with 2 or more lanes of traffic going the same direction and you approach any motor vehicle that is stopped with lights flashing, you must change lanes so you do not drive next to the stopped vehicle. You may also slow down by at least 5 miles per hour under the posted speed limit. This sign means 1. Turns are not allowed. 2. A left turn is not allowed. 3. A right turn is not allowed. The answer is 3. A right turn is not allowed. Oregon's implied consent law means that by driving a motor vehicle you have agreed you will 1. Keep your vehicle equipment in safe operating condition. 2. Take a breath, blood or urine test if arrested for driving under the influence. 3. Maintain liability insurance as long as you drive. The answer is 2. Take a breath, blood or urine test if arrested for driving under the influence. Oregon's implied consent law means that by driving a motor vehicle, you have agreed that you will take a breath, blood, or urine test when asked by a police officer. If you refuse to take a test, you may receive a fine, and/or your driving privileges could be suspended. A double solid yellow line means 1. You may turn across the line to enter or exit a roadway. 2. You may cross over the lines to pass slower traffic on the right. 3. You may not turn across the line to enter or exit a roadway. The answer is 1. You may turn across the line to enter or exit a roadway. If using your high beams, you must dim your lights when oncoming traffic is within 1. 400 feet. 2. 450 feet. 3. 500 feet. The answer is 3. 500 feet. If using your high beams, you must dim your lights when an oncoming vehicle is within 500 feet. Dim your lights when following another vehicle within 350 feet. Headlight glare in a rearview mirror can blind another driver. When approaching a public transit bus from behind, when must you yield for the bus to re-enter traffic? 1. If the bus has turned on its hazard lights. 2. Only when the bus doors are open. 3. When the bus has its turn signal and flashing yield sign on. The answer is 3. When the bus has its turn signal and flashing yield sign on. Public transit buses often pull to a curb to load or unload passengers. Vehicles approaching from the rear must yield when a bus driver signals to re-enter a traffic lane and there is an electric sign flashing yield on the back of the bus. A safe following distance is defined as 1. No more than 2 seconds. 2. At least 5 seconds. 3. 2 to 4 seconds. The answer is 3. 2 to 4 seconds. A safe following distance is defined as 2 to 4 seconds. For speeds greater than 30 miles per hour, a safe following distance should be 4 seconds or more to allow you time to make a decision and take action. You are on a two-way street, stopped at an intersection. Can you legally turn left on a red light into a one-way street? 1. No. You must wait for the green light. 2. Only if there is a green arrow with the red light. 3. Yes, after yielding to other traffic and pedestrians. The answer is 3. Yes, after yielding to other traffic and pedestrians. When passing bicyclists at speeds greater than 35 miles per hour. 1. Drive faster so you can get past them quicker. 2. Lightly honk your horn so they will give you more room to pass. 3. Leave enough distance to prevent contact with the bicyclist if they were to fall. The answer is 3. Leave enough distance to prevent contact with the bicyclist if they were to fall. At speeds greater than 35 miles per hour, you may only pass a person riding a bicycle traveling in your lane when it is safe to do so and if you leave enough distance to prevent contact with the person riding a bicycle if they were to fall. As a driver, you must stop for a pedestrians at an intersection. 1. Only if the pedestrian is in a marked, painted, crosswalk. 2. Only if the pedestrian is on the other side of a safety island. 3. If the pedestrian is in a marked or unmarked crosswalk. The answer is 3. If the pedestrian is in a marked or unmarked crosswalk. You are approaching an intersection with a traffic signal and the light changes from green to yellow. You should 1. Stop immediately. 2. Stop before entering the intersection unless you are too close to stop safely. 3. Slow down and continue through the intersection. The answer is 2. Stop before entering the intersection unless you are too close to stop safely. When going uphill on an ice-covered road. 1. Use just enough power to keep moving. 2. Use the brakes to slow down constantly. 3. Speed up to get to the top faster. The answer is 1. Use just enough power to keep moving. When you go uphill on a snow or ice-covered road, apply just enough power to maintain motion without causing the wheels to spin. This sign means 1. Keep right. 2. Lane reduction. 3. Divided highway ends. The answer is 3. Divided highway ends. If you are unsure if school is in session, you should 1. Slow down to 20 miles per hour. 2. Stop for pedestrians. 3. Continue traveling the designated speed limit for non-school days. The answer is 1. Slow down to 20 miles per hour. A school speed zone is an area where a reduced speed of 20 miles per hour applies and is defined by school speed signs. The school speed zone begins at the school speed limit 20 sign and ends at the end school zone sign or at another posted speed sign. A blind spot. 1. Can be seen using your right side view mirror. 2. Is not necessary to check when making lane changes to the left. 3. Is the area around your vehicle that you cannot see from your rear or side view mirrors. The answer is 3. Is the area around your vehicle that you cannot see from your rear or side view mirrors. Your blind spot is the area around your vehicle that you cannot see from the driver's seat even with the use of your mirrors. Avoid driving in another driver's blind spot, if possible. Who has the right of way at a T intersection with no signs or signals? 1. All traffic must stop and the driver on the right has the right of way. 2. Traffic on the road that ends at the T intersection. 3. Traffic on the through road. The answer is 3. Traffic on the through road. If you are the driver on a road that ends at a T intersection with no signs or signals, you must yield to drivers on the through road. How does Oregon law restrict the use of a mobile electronic device for drivers under the age of 18 while operating a motor vehicle? 1. Drivers cannot use a mobile electronic device when operating a vehicle. 2. Drivers can read text messages but are not allowed to respond. 3. Drivers must use a hands-free accessory to use a mobile electronic device. The answer is 1. Drivers cannot use a mobile electronic device when operating a vehicle. It is illegal for drivers under 18 years of age to use a cell phone or other mobile electronic device while operating a vehicle. Turn it off or put it in the back seat and ignore it. Weaving through traffic can 1. Get you where you want to go faster. 2. Take longer to get to your destination. 3. Increase the risk of a crash. The answer is 3. Increase the risk of a crash. In order to safely back up your vehicle, you should 1. Turn your body and head both directions and look out through the rear window. 2. Rely on your rear view mirror and backup camera only. 3. Get out of your vehicle to check for children and animals before backing. The answer is 1. Turn your body and head both directions and look out through the rear window. A mistake that drivers make when backing up is failing to look both ways behind them. Mirrors do not give you a full view. To see as much as possible, turn your body and head to the right and look out through the rear window. Check for pedestrians and approaching traffic by glancing to either side, then back up slowly. When parking uphill against a curb. 1. Turn your front wheels toward the curb. 2. Turn your front wheels toward the travel lane. 3. Keep your front wheels straight. The answer is 2. Turn your front wheels toward the travel lane. Downhill against a curb, turn your wheels toward the curb. Uphill against a curb, turn your wheels toward the travel lane. No curb, Turn your wheels toward the edge of the road.
Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and share our channel.
Thank you.